In this video, I will continue to smooth layer 1, which is the base, the decorative coils that make up the base, plus that dividing coil that I inserted or added. So just continue to use your plastic fork in whatever direction works for you. Point it upward, point it downward. You make the judgment call. And you're just doing a light scoring or scratching over the spheres you use to fill in the gaps, and you're kind of partially smoothing and scoring that dividing coil that you see along the rim. Once you've done work with your plastic fork, now it's time to transition to using your fingertips. I recommend using your thumb. You can also sometimes smooth a little bit with the handle of the plastic fork, but use your thumb just to do an initial smoothing. This is not the final smoothing. You're going to see dents and imperfections. We will deal with that at a later date once the clay toughens up. This is just an initial smoothing to kind of help all those molecules come together and bond together to create cohesion. Do not hulk out. Be careful of the pressure you're using with your thumb especially. Now I'm holding that bowl up in the air just so you can get a close-up shot of what I'm doing. I don't recommend that you hold the bowl, the styrofoam bowl, in the air. You should be working directly on your tabletop. If you notice some stubborn gaps, still plug them with some scrap clay. That wasn't even a perfect sphere that I just added a second ago. That was just kind of a random chunk of clay. So you're just kind of going around and doing that initial smoothing, filling in any leftover holes or gaps that need to be plugged up. Maybe going back to using your fork if you need to, and then light pressure with your thumb. You can even use a popsicle stick here if you prefer. That might be helpful. If you don't want to use your fingertips, if you feel like you are hulking out, a popsicle stick might force you to be more gentle. Now, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of how your bowl is looking. Don't do this, so do as I say, not as I do. This is just so you trust the process and kind of see what's evolving. Now, I have these spirals hiding in my project, right? You may not have spirals. You may have some other coil design, but you'll see evidence of it underneath the bowl. Just be careful. You know, if you insist on taking a peek, I recommend that you don't, but if you insist on doing that, just be mindful of your clay not getting misshapen, okay?